Hello, this is Jafree, founder of EnlightenedBeings.com and the Super Manifesting Program. So today I've got some amazing enlightening information for you to download and experience in this video here. I've just been having some incredible epiphanies the last couple of weeks here in Bali. It's amazing, gorgeous paradise here that is just the heart chakra of the world. And the community here is profound. The heart-touching, connecting beings that are drawn here have really opened my eyes and my heart to seeing that there's something much deeper inside ourselves that we don't often get a chance to stop and see all the time. And what I've been discovering is something really profound. And what I want to share with you is this amazing epiphany that I've been constantly having here, which is this sweet realization that everything and everybody in this world is here to help awaken you, to enlighten you, that the world is your teacher, constantly bringing more clarity, more compassion, more patience, more of this greater heart that you want to have in your life. And what's brilliant about this is that if you just open your eyes to the possibility that everyone around you is this amazing enlightened being, we're connected to this higher intelligence that is trying to enlighten you, that you start to relax and you start to become more open, more surrendered, more humble, more available to listening on a very deep level. And this is where life gets really juicy and super rich, is when you truly are available in each moment to whatever life is bringing you, whatever goodies that it's here to share with you. And it's amazing what happens. I mean, life is here to deliver everything to you. And it's just about your availability. How open are you to this moment? Okay? And the people that come in your life, that are around you, that are influencing you. You know, who are you letting yourself be influenced by in your life? And so this is just an opportunity to take a look at this and to look at, every experience that happens to you is not necessarily against you in any way, but it's really for you. It's working for your enlightenment, for your growth, for your higher consciousness, your evolution as a soul. And everything is for your awakening. Okay? That's just the way it's designed. And if you look at things any other way, then it's just you become a victim to this world. You become powerless. You start to kind of cringe and live in fear and hesitation and worry and lack and all those things which, we all have had a taste of. And we know it's not the whole truth. Okay? The biggest truth of all is that there's three sides to the coin. Okay? You've got all the lack and limitation and worry and fear and negativity on one side of the coin. And then you have all the abundance and joy and love and prosperity and goodness on the other side of the coin. And then what's in the middle is the freedom that is beyond these two polarities. And to find that fine edge, when you can ride that edge in life, when you're just in this moment, when you're not swaying from one side to the other, when you're really in this present moment, you'll see that you contain everything, that both dualities are present in each moment. And every person you meet contains both of these dualities. So your relationships become really rich. You don't keep people in boxes and saying, well, they're a certain way. They're really positive people or they're really negative people. No, you start to see the duality within each being. That there's a yin within the yang and a yang within the yin, and the male and female energies start to blend and coordinate together as one energy. And so it's just a different paradigm that we're all entering into this age, this time in our lives. And it's just about opening your eyes and your heart and your mind and your soul to exploring this in depth for yourself. And so this is my invitation to you, to see that, everything is according to this great divine plan, this perfect life, this perfect destiny that you are destined for. And in each moment you have total free will to either choose that highest path, or you can choose the old stuck path, right, that you may be used to choosing. And so in each moment there's free will to do what you want, and yet there's also this other side of the coin, right? This greater destiny that is constantly guiding you. So again, the invitation here is to see what's on that third side. What's on the side that is beyond both, that is transcendent of both sides, where the mind has to drop. The mind can't really figure it out. What's beyond free will and predestination? Yeah, think about that one for a few minutes even, and see where you get. Because the mind can't really contain that question or the answer within it. And so the mind has to let go. And that's really what this is about. It's about you dropping out of the head into the heart, where we all can share with you in this experience of what it's like to be in the heart with another human being. And so when you're in your heart, we get that experience of what it's like to feel that heart connection, because you're there. And so we want to be with you. So the invitation is to open the heart center more and more and more until you transcend the mind. So the mind becomes like a sideshow, a servant that you don't really, dishonor, or you don't put too high on the pedestal. That you see it for what it is. It's a tool that you can use to transcend the duality that this world is presenting to you. The good and the bad, the rich and the poor, the high and the lows of life, and go beyond it all. And so this is what the enlightened path is really about. It's a transcendence. It's a constant transcendence. It's a constant knowing that the unknown is always available, and that in that unknown there's freedom. There's total liberation, where you don't have to be responsible for anything, that you can just let it all up to God and let the universe be responsible for everything. Okay? And, of course, there's the other side of the coin, which says, yeah, you're responsible for everything you're creating, every thought, every feeling, every experience, every person. Okay? So, there's nothing that I can tell you that doesn't have an opposite side to it. There's nothing I can say that, this is the way reality is. Right? I can tell you, yeah, that there's three sides to the coin, and somebody's going to say, well, yeah, there's also a fourth side of that coin that you can't really see yet. It's beyond both, all three sides. So, whatever we can share with each other, it's important to know that there's always a different perspective. There's always a higher perspective, or a lower perspective, or a perspective that's completely in a different dimension, consciousness, a paradigm that's beyond whatever we can imagine. And it's just good to really keep our minds open and our hearts completely wide open to each moment and to each being that touches our lives, even if it's in a very painful way. And that's what I want to share with you today, is that this pain of life, that life does contain major amounts of pain. And this pain is our teacher. It's bringing us all into deeper humility, into deeper connection with that source that's deep, deep, deep inside ourselves, that source of love, that source of pure beingness. And so if you go into your pain, whatever your pain is, whether it be a loss or abandonment or rejection or failure, whatever it is, guilt tripping, whatever it is in your life, that pain is going to take you to freedom, to the greatest freedom that you could ever imagine. Okay, it's the doorway to nirvana, to heaven, to the God source itself. And so the invitation is to enter that pain, because that's just, again, one side of the coin. When you can open yourself up to the pain, then you're going to flip that coin over to the pleasure, the freedom from that pain. And then you can find the middle path. You can find that place of transcending both, where you're beyond pain and pleasure, where you're beyond avoiding pain and being attached to pleasure, and you're really experiencing life in its totality, in its richness. Because life is extremely, extremely rich, and you don't have to do anything extra to get more richness out of it. It's just in this raw potentiality, it's just completely rich. And to take that in each moment, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength, okay? A lot of willingness to just be raw and naked and real. And that courage is exactly what's going to take you to this deepest place of peace inside yourself. Okay, so find out what that pain is in your life right now. Whether it's in a relationship or not being in a relationship, or whatever it's with money or your body, your health, success, failure, whatever it is. Like, drop into the very core of it and just surrender to what's there. Feel into it. Like, when you really feel it, it feels you. It opens up to you. And you can let go of trying to control it, trying to keep it down. And when you can just surrender completely to your experience, whatever it is, that surrender takes you to a whole nother dimension. And so just keep surrendering to this experience, whatever your pain is. Because it's not exactly what you think it is. It's something much, much bigger. It's a doorway for you. Okay? Breathe into it. Feel it. Let it pulsate in your body. It's not up here. Your pain is not up in your head. Your pain is below your neck. Okay? It's in your body. It's the emotions that are in your heart, your stomach, your gut, inside you. So feel down there in your core. That's where your pain is. That's where it's being carried. And it may feel like a black hole, emptiness, sense of I'm worthless, I'm nothing, life is meaningless. Really explore this. This is my invitation for you to just get curious. Don't avoid this. Okay? Because someday you're going to have to face it. Whether it's when something traumatic happens to you in life, or at the very end of your life, in your last breath. It's going to happen someday, right? That you're going to have to face this. So why not have the courage to do it now? Right? Because it's going to make your life so much more enjoyable. To have dealt with it on a very deep level, you're going to become more evolved as a human being. You're going to grow in spirit, in your life force. You're going to be more connected to that spiritual divine being that you truly are. Right? That being that's eternal, that never dies. It's beyond death. You'll get connected to that part of you that is beyond the beyond. Okay? So the pain is the doorway. Right? And just feeling it and thanking it, saying thank you so much for being there as a teacher, and really finding that gratitude, because once you do, then you truly stopped keeping it at bay and resisting, trying to control it or avoid it. You've truly welcomed it. And that's where everything changes, everything shifts in this new dimension. And so it creates a divine maturity inside you. When you can welcome the good and the bad, the dark and the light, you can welcome it all. And just say yes to all of life. Whatever life brings you, to welcome all of it. That's the greatest place you can be in life. That's one of the highest, most evolved places that any human can reach. Is constantly saying yes to each moment. And in each moment, you've got your whole past. Everything that you've experienced in your life is inside you. You're all of these ages, all of these memories, and these projections about the future. They're all inside you right now. So take this moment to dive into the moment, to experience all of your life that's here, available. Right? You don't have to wait till tomorrow to experience your totality, right? Don't procrastinate. Not for a single moment. Right? Because that's just fear. That's just fear running the show. Again. Right? This is about saying yes to your totality, which includes fear. So embrace your fear. Say yes to fear and to the curiosity that's beneath the fear. It's beyond the fear. That's bigger than the fear. And from that place, there comes this great spiraling evolution out of this kind of this old, hard, cold, stuck way of operating the world, kind of like a robot, and just doing things by automatic. You know, staying in the same stuck old patterns and not trying something new. Which is something that, you know, it's part of life, is to learn how to be a robot, how to just get by. You know? How to just pay those bills and just get by. I mean, that's great. And life contains more. Okay? Life is trying to deliver more to you right now. So this message is your opportunity. It's your doorway to stepping into your highest potential self, where you are able to say yes to everything that comes your way. It's not saying take on an opportunity that doesn't really excite you. You know, this is about being discriminatory and noticing, well, yeah, maybe this person doesn't really meet my highest good, and maybe this person does, and saying, well, maybe I'll choose the path that really feels like it opens my heart the most. And so notice what that path is, right? Just for you. It may be the perfect path for your friend or neighbor, but maybe not for you. And vice versa. So really tune in to the guidance inside yourself. This is another great secret. Is really listening to your intuition, which is really clear when the mind just settles down and gets super quiet. You can really hear, what is it that this voice is saying to me inside, this quiet, still, small voice that seems to know something more than me. It's not telling me what I should and shouldn't do, but it just is gently guiding me. You know, not with a whip, but with just this, maybe a flashlight, and just sort of just gently pointing the way. And so listen to your inner guidance. That's the greatest thing you can learn, really, is so that you can tune into your heart's knowingness, where to go, what to do, when to do it, that kind of thing. And that you don't have to really, you know, extend yourself out there into the world hoping that somebody's going to guide you, somebody's going to tell you what you should do with your life. Because that can make you dependent and weak and you know, kind of needy, which doesn't really feel good. Right? This is all about empowering yourself, finding your truth, finding this divinity, this light, this enlightenment inside you, this light that knows the way. And you do know the way. It's very obvious when your mind gets quiet enough, when you let go of the world and your attachment to the world or your avoidance of the world. You let go of both those sides of the coin and you find that edge where the world exists and the world doesn't exist. And you're just riding the edge in this moment of just being, just pure being. And in that beingness, there's total freedom, beautiful freedom, the most exquisite state of freedom. And that freedom is your path. It's our path. It's everyone's path. The greatest path. Because without freedom, you can't find love. Love doesn't exist without freedom. Right? It's not real love. Love contains freedom. That love is so huge that it needs freedom to coexist. Right? It's like two wings on a bird. Right? The wing of love and the wing of freedom. That bird can't fly with just one wing. Right? It needs both. And so, again, it's about finding that edge, that middle path, where that bird is, you know, going head on into life in each moment with love and freedom inside, and just letting those energies guide the way. Okay? So this is a lot of information to integrate. You might want to listen to this a few times to really soak it in. And ask yourself this question: how free am I? Really? And how free do I really want to be? Can I be more free? Right? So just think about that. How free really are you right now? And what does it take to move to that next level of freedom? So you can really embody the totality of your being. You can be free from the mind and all of its chattering and gossip and judgments and analyzing things that it does, and you can just go into this place of just accepting life as it is and its vastness, the universe as it is and its vastness, which is one of the most beautiful places that we can experience life to be. It's just this pure, loving embrace of what is. Okay? So watch out for the mind. Right? It's a trap door. It'll take you down little roads and it'll make up ideas and say, oh, this is right, that's wrong, this is the best philosophy, that's the worst philosophy. Try both. Try both and then see what's in the middle. That's my advice. It's just to find out the third side of the coin and maybe the fourth side of the coin if you're adventurous enough to go beyond whatever the beyond is. Okay? And just be gentle with yourself in this journey, Again, you are guided, protected, loved, cherished. So do these things to yourself. Give that to yourself every day. Love yourself. Find out what it is you really love about yourself. Make a list. 10 things that you love about yourself. And let them in. Feel them. Because this will help you to relax. Right? It's not an ego trip. Right? This is a trip of transcendence, of healing. And when you love yourself, you really are letting go of all the tension inside. You're letting the tension feel itself. By saying, okay, I love the fact that I'm in a beautiful environment right now. And I created this. So that's something that can just let you just surrender even deeper. Whatever it is that you love, add it to your list right now. And think about it every day, what it is you really love about you. And just relax into it. You'll see that little exercise just makes everything a little bit more juicy in life, allows you to really feel life in its depth. It has a real beautiful depth to it. And so, you can find more gentleness with yourself. And there's more self-love. That you can, glide through life and its challenges a lot more consciously. A lot easier. Okay, when you have this self-loving vibration that you're reciprocating upon yourself. And you're being gentle with yourself. Okay? So, have fun. Don't take yourself too seriously. Life is huge, amazing, wild, crazy experience. And it's here for your enjoyment. Okay? So don't take anything too seriously, especially yourself and your mind and all of its goals and things that maybe it's confused or lost or whatever. Don't take any of that too seriously. Just let go into this moment and let yourself relax beyond the mind, beneath the mind, into the heart, into the pure essence of your being. It's just simple, soft, like a child. This pure, pure beingness. That's where the freedom is. That's where the love is. That's where the enlightenment is. That's where you're going to find your true self. Okay? So, thank you, my friend, for listening. You can download a whole entire free Manifesting Magnet package at manifestingmagnet.com on my website, and you'll really love it. There's some beautiful, beautiful information there for you to listen to and read and digest. So check it out, manifestingmagnet.com. Be well to yourself, to everyone around you. Take care.